Rhea Goyal, and today I'm going to talk about Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. Now, I swear I kept an open mind while reading the book. I swear I gave my best shot. I really wanted to love the book because I read her debut novel, which was Behind the Closed Doors, and it was amazing. It kept me on the edge of my seat. But this book is so cheesy. I mean, you can predict the whole story if you've ever watched a single soap opera. That is how cheesy it is. I was able to predict the ending very early on, maybe because I've read a lot of thrillers and the twist or the reveal of the book is very repetitive in nature. A lot of authors have used it, and a lot of authors have at least tried to make it more convincing than Paris did. And let me just give you an idea of what the book is about. So, the book alternates between past and present, the past being Finn, the main character of the novel, going on a vacation in France with his girlfriend Lila, and she suddenly disappears. And the present being, we find ourselves 10 years later with Finn, who is about to marry Lila's sister Ellen. And just when they thought that Lila is gone for good, little Russian dolls start popping up here and there. The Russian dolls held a major significance for both Ellen and Lila, which is why Finn, Ellen, and even some other characters in the story get suspicious. Finn even starts to receive some very, very creepy and mysterious emails from a source and who seems to know way too much about Finn and his past with Lila. And this is when you understand that something nefarious is going on. So Finn starts to investigate, and we get to the end, which is very disappointing, as I said earlier, and I'm not going to spoil it for you because I want you to read the novel and I want you to compare it to Behind the Closed Doors, and I want you to understand and realize why I'm so disappointed in the novel. So my major problems with this particular novel is that it doesn't really invest me in the characters. I don't really care about anyone in the novel. Finn from the get-go seems like a dick. In fact, he seems like a dumbass. Why would you go and meet someone who you think might be a kidnapper? Other characters like Ellen and the secondary characters like Ruby and Harry seem very one-dimensional, and don't even get me started on Lila. There are a lot of first-person plots from Lila via the emails, and you can almost imagine her being a comic book villain. I mean, you can almost imagine her twisting her mustache or something behind the screen. That is how comical she is. The book unintentionally, of course, is seeming like a B movie, and you just feel like why what am I supposed to care about? There is no hook in the book. There are no exciting questions. I mean, what am I supposed to care about? Am I supposed to care about Lila? Am I supposed to be afraid of her? Am I supposed to care about Finn's romantic relationships? Am I supposed to care about who he will choose in the end? I do not know. I do not care about any of the characters. The only character I care about is Peggy, who is Finn's dog, and I'm just happy that she didn't die in the end. That is what I cared about in the whole novel. The book, as I said earlier, seems like a soap opera, and another problem with the book is that there is a lot of telling and not a lot of showing. I mean, I want to see the events unfold rather than just know that they happened. They take that this fact alone takes the charm away for me, and which is why the book really was off-putting for me. BA Paris though writes really well and did keep me turning the pages, not because it was interesting, but since the book was so predictable that I kind of was hoping that maybe the ending will really shock me, because obviously it could not be this predictable. But I was wrong. I tried to keep an open mind, but I'm sorry, I was just wrong. In the book's defense, though, I would like to say that I have read a lot of thrillers, and the twist in the end is something that has been repetitively used, and which is why I think I didn't like the book, because I have read similar books by authors who have at least tried to make this very far-fetched and wackadoodle plot, which does not seem plausible to me in any circumstance, a bit more convincing than Paris has done. But other than that, I mean, I just feel like if someone is newer to the thriller genre and someone who is less jaded, they might find the book more interesting and they might take the twist more graciously than I did. But I could not find myself invested in the novel. I really enjoy plots that are very well crafted, the characters that are very complex. I, on the other hand, could not find this in this BA Paris novel. I was less than impressed after reading it, and I didn't find the book very clever, fast paced, or enjoyable, which is why I could not really get behind it. The book is divided into 3 parts. The part 1 did keep me gripped, it did keep me fully invested to some extent. I mean, if not fully, at least to some extent. But it really started going downhill from part 2, which I felt like was really dragged on. And I started kind of predicting the whole thing since part 2. But as I said before, I did try to keep an open mind. And part 3 was just bad. It was very bad. There are a lot of instances where the chapters end with some one-liners which are supposed to be very ominous. They're supposed to make you feel like on the edge of your seat, but to me they seem like some soap opera. The whole book seems like a soap opera. There are lines like "you have 10 days" or something like that at the end of a couple of chapters, and it really took away the charm of the novel. So, as I said before, maybe a person who is new to the thriller genre might find it interesting, might like the twist, but it was not for me. And anyway, I am not telling you to not read the novel, of course. I mean, if you're interested, please read it. Maybe you can enlighten me or give me some other point of view that I just couldn't see. So I would really be interested in that. So if you are giving if you are giving it a read, please share it with me. Please share your thoughts with me. And thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.